I'm Debbie Hartner. I'm Elsie Johnson. We are two sisters, Southern Cooking.
Hey everyone. I am here getting the turkey breast. We have two small turkey breasts that we're going to bake for our hot brown, which is basically open-faced turkey for tonight. If you don't have one of these roasters, you can do it in the oven, but I have two of these roasters because when the holidays come, I usually do my turkey in one and my ham in the other, and it just saves up oven space or whatever, so it comes in really handy. I set my roaster at 375 and we're going to cook it anywhere from 1 hour and 3/4 to 2 1/4 hours until it registers that the meat is done. We can also check it with a meat thermometer just to make sure. But anyway, I've already got them in. They come in a little bag that you just leave on. The second one that we bought did not have a bag like the first one did. So I just got one of my turkey bags out that I usually have on hand and put it in it and did the zip tie to tighten it up, and I just set them on my rack inside the roaster. They will cook nicely with no water in the pan at all, and we're going to enjoy our sandwiches tonight. We will be back with you when they're done.
Okay guys, so we are now making the Kentucky Hot Brown. So excited for this recipe. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our whole milk on our little single burner, and we're going to let it go ahead and start simmering. And when that is done, then we're going to pull that off and put a different pan on there, and that's when we're going to make our roux. So we're going to put our flour in there, and we're going to put our butter in there and let our butter melt, and then we're going to put our flour in, then we're going to whisk it for a minute, and then we're going to gradually add our milk in. And once that comes to a rolling boil, then we're going to pull it off, and then we'll add in our cheese and our nutmeg and all the other ingredients that we have. And I'm so excited for this because this is so good. This came from a restaurant in Louisville, Kentucky called the Brown Restaurant. So it ended up being some kind of like a cultural thing up there in Kentucky, and people all over the world make this recipe. So they call it hot brown, they call it Kentucky hot brown. There's also other ways of making this too. Like I was talking to somebody who was from Louisville, so I was curious about it, and this person said that she used to make it with ham. What we did was, instead of doing like the sliced deli meat, we went ahead and got turkey breast itself, put them in the roaster, and we're going to cut it thick and put it on top of our cat head biscuits, and then put them in the oven and broil them. And there's like a broiled tomato that's already done. We already have the bacon done. So we're just excited. This is going to be a lovely meal. Now, Roger is not a big fan of cheese sauces, so we're going to go ahead and make him an open-faced turkey sandwich on bread. And we have 13, we have the baker's dozen of cat head biscuits. Oh my God. I am so excited to have these. Once you start to put the flour or the cornstarch in, you don't want to leave your pot unattended because it will very quickly become big clumps, and you don't want that. So you want to be able to keep whisking and stirring so it doesn't start to burn and clump. So I can already see now that it's already starting to become a little more thick. I can't wait to get the cheese in it. That's going to be the hot ticket right there. You start to put the cheese in. Whenever we're done at the end of the day, we always have a huge mess to clean up. It's like an hour cleanup after we finished our dinner because we're messy chefs. But our food is so good. And we love this. We love doing what we do. It just brings so much joy to the family, to the neighbors. You should see our neighbors. They're all like wanting us to bake them stuff, cook them stuff. It's amazing. So, this is actually almost to a rolling boil. Goodness gracious, I'm really going to town on this. So I'm probably going to pull it from the stove now and go ahead and add in our cheese. And turn this off real quick. See this here? And I'm going to go ahead and start adding in our cheese. So you got to whisk it until it is smooth. And then of course then you start adding in your salt, your pepper, Tabasco, 1 dash. And you're going to add in your, all right, so this is becoming very smooth and thickened. So you're going to add in 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg to give it that little earthy taste. And we're going to add in a dash of Tabasco, 1 dash. Elsie's not here, so I'm adding a dash. I don't want to be too hot.
I have the turkey breast here. I'm going to slice it into 1/2 inch thick slices. I've already got one of them done. I'm going to do the second. And this is what we're going to use to make our sandwiches out of. Are sliced and ready. This is what it looks like. Okay, we have started our Kentucky Hot Brown. I have sliced my tomatoes 1/4 inch thick. Put them in a pan with a wrap. I am salting and peppering them, and then put just a little bit of olive oil on each one. And I'm going to broil them on high for 1 to 2 minutes per side until they show that nice roasted look to them. And then we'll pull them out and we'll put them to the side so that when we assemble our sandwiches, then we'll have the tomato to go on top. We already baked in the same pan our bacon slices, so that when we put the tomatoes on, we're going to put the bacon on top, and then we'll put the cheese on top of that, the cheese sauce. So right now I'm headed to the oven with these, and I will broil them on high for 1 to 2 minutes per side. I'm going to start assembling the sandwiches. I'm going to cut them in half and open them up. These are a little bit warm because they just came out of the oven. These are some huge, huge sandwiches. So far, tomatoes on the ones that people that are eating tomatoes, the piece of turkey first, the two that are not getting tomatoes, I'm going to put the cheese sauce on them now, and then I'm going to drizzle the cheese sauce over the remaining ones.
Can you get through it?
Okay guys, so I'm taking our apples off and get it set up in our shaking station.
Okay, next comes the bacon. These are looking really good. Okay, and then I'm going to sprinkle some cheese over. And then we'll put them in the oven under the broiler and melt the cheese, the sprinkle cheese that I'm putting on the top. For just a minute or two until the cheese melts. Okay, I'm gonna go put these in the oven and turn the broiler on and get them done.
Okay guys, so this is what our Kentucky hot brown looks like on the cat head biscuits. Looks so yummy. Oh my gosh, this is a meal in itself. My gosh, it looks divine. And there you go guys, that's what it looks like when it's all said and done.
Hi, I'm Elsie.
And I'm Debbie.
With Two Sisters Southern Cooking.
We thank you for visiting our page.